What is going on? DJ King Gaming is back with another video. And this one is going to be another RPG Maker tutorial, which Inkarnate. And before I get started on that, if you hear noises in the background, I apologize for that. I don't got a good location to record videos, so you're just gonna have to bear with it. But anyway, it's gonna be a tutorial on doing a world map for your game. It is my best advice to any RPG Maker developer who's doing a world map is to not use, unless you don't have any other option, then of course, but is to not use the RTP, the default tile set, to make your world map. Either use the DLC tile set that has a world map asset, or find some free assets that can make you the world map, or do it yourself by drawing the world map, or just don't have a world map at all. But if you want the best possible world map for your game, Inkarnate is the best option. There's multiple ways you can use it, but I'm going to show you the best way to use Inkarnate to make your world map. And there's two ways to do it, but I'm going to show you the best way. So the first thing is you want to open up Inkarnate. Now before that, I'm going to tell you the options you have for Inkarnate. You have the free version. After you sign up, you got the free version. The free version gives you pretty much the core asset, basically the asset that basically is standard with the different styles that you see here. Each of these styles have core asset, but only 3 styles is available for you when you're using the free one. If you want to use the premium one or have the subscription, it's $5 a month, $25 a year. Very cheap. You can get a lot out of it. If you pay for $5, you get everything that comes with it. If you pay $25 for the year, you get everything that comes with it. And you can end your subscription anytime. And even if you do end your subscription, you can keep it for that month that you paid for it, or the year that you paid for it. So it's very, very, very user friendly. So the first thing you want to do is create an account. Either pay for the $5 a month or pay for $25 a year, and you can just, build a map and just go from there. Now, if you're going to use a world map, depending on the type of world map you're using in your game, are you using a fast travel point system? Are you using a world map where you can walk onto it? Or do you need a world map that is very detailed to pretty much show you the location that you're going to and such? With a lot of parallax going on as well. So I'm going to show you all of that. Fantasy World, you can use this. This will be a good option to use for your world map. Maybe as a key item to show the picture of the world map, or maybe even as a world map to walk on. Same thing with Fantasy Regional. You can make a world map out of these assets, and this is probably best for doing any cutscene that shows the world, key item that shows the world map, or maybe just overall fast travel points. Same with this one. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to do the Fantasy World, and I'm going to show you what you need to do to make a simple world map and go from there. So what you want to do is click any of these 3s, but let's click Fantasy World. Click Fantasy World. Now you go to Custom. Now, depending on the tile set that you're using in RPG Maker, you want to make sure that it matches the engine. So if you're using the old engine, 16 by 16, VX or VSH 32 by 32, or to use MV or MG 48 by 48. That way it won't, that way it kind of fits to the grid. As you can see right here, 40 by 30 tiles, 30 by 40 tiles, 40 by 40 tiles. You want to put it at 48 by 48 or 32 by 32 or 16 by 16. Depending on the engine that you're using, or an MG, depending on the tile sets that you're using. So, yeah, click create map. Alright, now you're in the create map part. The first thing you want to do is decide whether or not you want to have the water, whether or not you want to use these kinds of water, or you can go to Fantasy Regional and change up the water yourself. Change up the water using the background, and then you can go back to Fantasy Regional, click a grass tile, make some lands. Make sure you hit foreground to make the land. Alright, so let's do that. Let's make a quick water map, or a quick continent. Alright, you have your continent, you have the water. Now, there's multiple ways you can do the parallax. If you want to use parallax or use the layers for the parallax, here's what you can do. Have the background be white. That way when you open it in your paint program, you can delete the white background and have just the continent. And then what you want to do after that is delete the continent and add the water. That way you have the water tiles, the water layer, and then the continent layer, so that the water layer moves, but the continent layer does not move. So, and I'm going to show you right now. So let's go ahead and start exporting. So what you want to do is, you see an option for 1K, 2K, 4K, 6K, 8K. For the best quality, you want to go with either 6K or 8K. It may lag your computer if you don't have a good enough computer, or the engine, but these two options are the best for making it look clean and very detailed. 4K also works if you don't have a good enough PC to like handle it, but it depends on your RAM and your video memory. So for me, I go with 8K or 6K most of the time, since my computer can handle it. Got 32 gigabytes of RAM, so good on that. Well, let's go for 2K. So we're gonna save the water. We're gonna save the water. And then we save the water. Now let's go back and save the continent. Let's go back and save the continent. Alright, now that you saved the continent in the water, I'm going to show you what you need to do. So we're going to open up most of the files you saved. Go to the continent one that you have the white background with. Use the magic wand. Save that as a layer. Let's put that as continent. And then save this as a layer. Put that to ocean water. Alright. You save both of them. Continent, ocean water. So the next thing you want to do is open up your game project and test it out. So I'm going to show you how it works. So let me go ahead and create the map real quick to show you the process. Alright, where's the continent? Oh yeah, make sure you save it as a PNG so that you can import it and use it in RPG Maker in MV. Make sure it's a PNG. So save it as a PNG. Alright. Load up your game and go to create a new map. And when you're creating the new map, you're gonna need any layer plugin that you're using or script, and pretty much just put the ocean layer below the continent layer. So let me hurry up with this video so I can show you. Trying to make sure I got the right continent, the right files. Alright, everything correct. So let's go ahead and make sure you save the continent as the parallax. That way you would know what to put the region restriction or put any sort of block for the players or give the player, movement possibilities. So now I'm going to show you what it look like when you're using Inkarnate in your engine, in MG. So let's go ahead and switch over to that screen. Alright. Saved it. Now this is what it look like when you save the continent as the parallax. Save the continent as the parallax, and then you're gonna go into your map properties. So I can pull it up. It's not showing up. Let me use this. Alright, pull up your map properties and use any layer plugin that you have. So let me go ahead and grab one of mine. So alright, so you grab your layer plugin And you want to also follow the plugin script description that tell you how to use the image, and pretty much just copy the file name and make sure the continent one is at 0 and does not move. Keep it the same default plugin option, and then put the one below, which is the ocean water, below the layer. That way the player does not walk on top of the water, or the water isn't above the land. So save your layers as a script or plugin or whatever the case, however the layer plugin is used. I'm using Galv layer plugin for this one. So let's save it. Add the player start. If you're using region restriction, add some region restriction, and test out the game. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Right now. And this is what it looks like when you're using Inkarnate. You save the continent. Make your continent first. Have it be on a white background, and then have the water layer be below it. And create the water layer as a separate image. Do not put anything else on top of the water, and you can easily put it like this. You can even lower the opacity of it and put like multiple of the same water layer, and have it move maybe a bit slower. And have it move a bit slower. And let's reload the game again. Actually, my game. And there. Or you can have it move in a different direction. Let's test that out. Gonna be hard to see, but yeah, that's one way you can see it. One way you can do it, yes. Simple as that.